defenses. In this world, there are situations where we need to protect ourselves so we can live freely without judgment, oppression, and fear. We must stand up for our rights and for the rights of others to live in love and compassion. Hi friends, I'm Scott, and I welcome you to be one with me as we journey together to be the best we can. Our defenses. When we encounter injustice or wronged, speaking up becomes crucial. By taking control of our thoughts and our actions, we can minimize exposure to harm and suffering. Wise individuals surround themselves with others that are equally wise, avoiding unnecessary risks. What kind of people do you allow into your space, and are they helping you grow or keeping you stuck? When you're in a tough spot, do you speak up or stay silent and shrink back? At the core of our survival instincts lies the fight or flight response. When we're backed into a corner, we instinctively evaluate whether it's better to stand our ground or remove ourselves from the situation. Both choices have their place in life. There are times when standing firm is necessary, and there are times when it's wiser to walk away. If we're not careful, either choice can become a habit, leading us to react without considering the situation fully. What's my default? Fight or flight. And is that always serving me? What is your default? Ask yourself, am I reaching out of habit or responding with clarity? Our early responses to challenges often shape how we handle conflicts as adults. If we don't find balance between fighting and fleeing, we might become either aggressive and unapproachable, or passive and easily manipulated. The key is knowing when to stand our ground and when to step back and allow things to unfold. Where in your life do you need to stand firmer, and where do you need to loosen your grip? Having an all or nothing attitude, it can derail us from accomplishing what's truly important. It's easy to feel frustrated when things don't go as planned, but failure is part of life. Accepting imperfection allows us to set smaller, manageable actions that help us move closer to our goals. By taking these steps, we can reflect on what we've done and make adjustments for the next right action. what would change in your life if you stopped needing everything to be perfect? You know, fight or flight isn't the only defense. You know, it's not the only defense mechanism we use. Sometimes the very defenses that protect us can isolate us from others and from the things we truly want. How often have we avoided facing uncomfortable truths by putting up barriers? Defenses are most effective when we use them with a clear purpose. Not simply to avoid discomfort or unpleasant outcomes. Is there an uncomfortable truth you have been avoiding? You know, what would happen if you, I don't know, dropped just one of your emotional walls? Who or what might you let in? We may lie to ourselves, telling ourselves things like, it doesn't matter, or I don't care, when in reality we do care. You know, over time, these self-deception, it reinforces our defenses, leading us to believe our own lies. The danger is that these falsehoods can spread into other areas of our lives, you know, blocking us from the connections and experiences we, do truly desire. Living in a false comfort zone may seem safe, but it limits our potential. It's okay to look at the world with optimism, but if it's through, not if it's through distorted lenses. Pretending to be something we're not only creates more distance from our true selves. When we avoid the truth, we isolate ourselves from the growth and the change we need to move forward. Acknowledging and confronting our defenses is an essential part of becoming the person that we're meant to be. And is there anything you have been pretending not to care about, even though it deeply matters to you? Be careful with that. It does matter. The good news is once we recognize our defenses and put them in their proper place, we can look back on them with understanding. We'll see them for what they were, a temporary shield that kept us from facing the discomfort. The discomfort necessary for growth. Continuing to rely on escapism or negativity only makes it harder to see the world as a peaceful place, and a place of abundance and goodness. When we procrastinate, that's another one. It's often because of fear or confusion about the next step. But overcoming procrastination is possible by taking those small intentional actions. Even the smallest step forward can break the hold on the defenses, the hold that the defenses have on us. Looking back, we may even find it amusing how much power we gave to something that was never truly protecting us. Ask yourself, when I procrastinate, what exactly am I avoiding? Can I take one small step today, even if I'm scared of it or unsure? Shifting blame is another common defense mechanism. We often look for external reasons for our shortcomings. Focusing on what others have done to us, but true growth happens when we take responsibility for our own thoughts and feelings and actions. By doing so, we release the defense of resentment and open ourselves up to personal growth. Resentment often stems from comparing ourselves to others, and when we feel inferior, it's easy to blame others. But the truth is that we are the ones who choose how we feel. Understanding this dynamic allows us to stop living defensively, helping us release the barriers that prevent us from becoming our best selves. So understand your defenses. Subscribe to this channel, like and share this video, and let me know in the comments about the kind of defenses you use that either protect you or justify not acting as you should. Visit beonewithme.com. More is coming from the heart for the soul, and check out one of these videos. Remember, a smile can make someone stay, and the right words may change their life. I love you, be you, and be one with me.